Hey, this is Notser, and today we're taking a look at the Harugumo. This is the Tier 10 Japanese gunboat DD, and this is going to be the greatest ending ever. Now, I don't say that lightly. This is literally like the best ending I've ever seen, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. It was on stream, and it was a real treat. But I was playing in the Harugumo, and we're going to do some work in the Harugumo. So let's talk about the build and let's work through this game, and you guys will see how amazing it is. As far as the modules are concerned, main armament protection, improved steering and propulsion protection, improved gun accuracy, improved acceleration, concealment, and gun range. For the commander, preventative maintenance, last stand, main battery plus AA, adrenaline rush, survivability expert, radio location, and concealment. Now you'll notice, no IFHE, Notser, what gives? Well, you know, it comes with 30 millimeters of base penetration with the high explosive. I didn't really want to cut my fire chance in half for a little bit extra against certain battleships and certain bow and stern locations when I can just locate my shells and reliably get damage where I need it, and if I need to, switch to AP. It ends up saving points that I feel like are more valuable elsewhere, and I really like the build. And hopefully you guys like it too after this game. So, you know, we headed towards Sea Point. It was the closest objective to my spawn, and as a DD, it's my goal, my job, to capture the base. Or at the very least, contest. So that's what I ended up doing. And we're just doing a quick check mid to see if there's any potential torpedo targets. We've got about 30 seconds left on it. And I was like, yeah, you know, there's not enough time for the torpedo to rearm, but there could be a potential rearm opportunity with the ships that are behind the island, of course. But since that's not really an option, we're going to do the next best thing, which is fire these guns on cooldown inside of smoke. You can see the Zeppelin, you can see the Iowa, you can see the North Carolina. They got this nice little fleet action going on. Unfortunately, I have to ban a lot of people in that instant. We're going to come back real fast, don't worry. But, you know, while this is happening, we obviously could have done damage to the Iowa. Literally, I just had to ban like 15 people on my stream because it's a bunch of bots spamming, you know, Twitch bot 041 reporting for duty. It's like, so annoying. But we miss out on a little bit of high explosive broadside. I transition over to the Alsace. Now, the Alsace is a perfect example of IFHE being worth it, because it has 32 everywhere. But because I didn't, I have to deal with the consequences. And the consequences are just locate the shells midship, get it on the superstructure as best as you can, and try and get 2 fires. Also, we don't want to leave the smoke, because leaving the smoke is probably a bad thing. With the aircraft carrier inbound with the attack rocket, yeah. Enemy Roma is cutting it close. I send torpedoes without even registering that there's a gearing right there. So I felt pretty bad for a split second, but he did. Ultimately, he's not moving forward, so it's not that big of a deal. But I was so afraid. And then, of course, there's another one who's going in point blank. This Roma, he has no idea how dangerous this play he's making. But just look at the torpedo soup that's sent his way. I'm a little bit afraid of my smoke dissipating, so I pull back a little bit, hoping that I can use it. He takes the best route possible. He hugs the island, he avoids all the torpedoes. The enemy attack rocket, of course, is spawning because I can't see the Roma, so I'm just over here like, blind fire, blind fire. And the attack rocket is going to do his inbound attack. Not going to hit anything. I really like this build because it allows for me to have good AA, good main battery, and good effective defensive tools like survivability, last stand, and concealment, and radio location, honestly. So I really love this build. I believe strongly in it. I have tweaked it with the acceleration. It makes it so much easier to use smoke. You can just play around islands too. Enemy Roma is still alive, by the way. We're going to locate our high explosive, and we're going for fire. Now, you might be going, well, you don't have enough penetration. Doesn't matter. There's enough stuff sticking there. So we get one on the super, we get one on his nose, and we're going to get one on his stern location. And that's tough, right? You can't put that out, buddy. We could switch to AP now right there, but I do believe he's just going to burn down to fire. Yeah, he burns down to fire. Could have been a little bit more efficient. Should have had one less salvo with the AP, I would have. But we did knock out the Roma. Unfortunately, he basically killed 2 of our friendly DDs in that one play. This is why you don't use all of your payload. You don't go all in. You always keep something back. So in the case of, a bad play, you can deal with it. And oh, the Minotaur. I don't want to play with this guy. The Minotaur is an example of a cruiser that IFHE is literally worthless against, because you already have more than enough penetration to reliably damage him pretty much any part of his ship. So if I were to take IFHE, I probably would not have gotten that fire or 2, because I would have sacrificed that. I just don't meet a lot of 32mm battleships to justify using IFHE when it's a downgrade against DD matchup and against cruiser matchup. Enemy Alsace, of course, in the open. Enemy Minotaur is, of course, in the open as well, and I'm very, very afraid that he might get too close with his Hydro. So I stay as far away from him. Switch to AP because he's broad. AP doesn't pen because just slight angle with 100 and can't do anything. But our teammates are just walloping him because he's a broadside-like cruiser. What did he think was going to happen, He's trying to blind fire us, and he's doing a pretty good job, of course. We're running out of health and time. But my teammates, they knock him out. That Hipper gets that guy. Enemy Alsace is fast approaching my 6.2 detection, and I pop out of the smoke because I was terrified of the Minotaur, and I was willing to bail on it. And first shot gets a fire. Can we get a second one on the back side of the superstructure? Need to elevate the guns a little bit. You don't want to waste your smoke. You want to transition to another target if you can. It's really in your best interest because there's so much work necessary. We're already down a ship, and we're down 2 DDs. We've got 2 bases, which is great, but having to put in a lot of work just to survive this one little area. Enemy Alsace still alive, so I'm very much paying attention to his location. I am unfortunately going to have to give up smoke for this, but he's going to basically be broadside, so it's going to be an easy bow kill. So just aim for the bow, and we don't even get a chance to reload before our teammate takes him out, so that's good. Another enemy knocked out, another rush down prevented. The enemy is trying to bypass because they have rushed this so much. So I'm going to try and disengage and get alongside and punish the bypass by the Iowa, the Shima, and the North Carolina. Unfortunately, we lose our friendly cruiser, Italian cruiser Venezia, and the North Carolina gets a good broadside on us. Probably a little bit too much damage sustained. And honestly, I've used so much of my smoke to get us to this point that I feel very vulnerable to the rest of the game. We still have 11 minutes left in this game, but we've done 110,000 damage. It feels pretty good with the amount of damage, but of course I'm very disappointed that it doesn't really matter. So we still have so much left to do. Enemy Graf Zeppelin tries to attack us. Not today, my friend. I'm not going to allow you to get a free damage on a torpedo boat like me. There's no way. There's no way. I'm not going to let a CV just sneak up and get free damage. So because we had to line of sight a little bit by avoiding the torpedoes, I'm going to engage this other in North Carolina because he's behind a island. And anytime you know that there's no one in view, this is free damage. Do free damage every chance you can. He's not happy about the free damage being done, but you know what? I don't really care about his feelings right now. I need to get him dead because we're still a ship down. And we burn him down. Nice. We normalize. They still have 4 enemy DDs alive. We have 2. Enemy Iowa is still coming up the edge of the map. And look, there's a Shima that's on the north side. He's so far northwest. He's actually inside of our spawn, where we would normally have spawned on this map. So it's awkward. I want to chase him, but I want to deal with the Shima. I want to deal with the Iowa. I think as the Harugumo, this is the better call because with the island in the way, I can free farm, and I can free farm very quickly on a ship like this. And I hope that my torps will hit him. Of course, I would gladly transition over to the Shima if I had a chance to shoot at him. And of course, immediately as he is coming into view, he drops off detection, so we miss out on that. But the Iowa, reliable, bronze. I love the metal skins that they've got. I think it's great. I would love to see more metal skins, honestly. Honestly, I think rank is going in the right direction. I want a dedicated matchmaking, competitive bracket. I want different leagues, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, titanium, tungsten, whatever they need to call it. That's what I want. I think the skins are really fun to look at. I think they kind of remind me of Monopoly. I know it's completely random in this situation. We're just farming damage here, man. He misses, well, I miss my torpedoes because he's right in the edge. He's actually trying to get assistance from a friendly DD, that Shima over there. But he's spotted because he's fired his guns. And there's a teammate that's right there as well. So we're just finishing him up. Help farm some damage. Enemy North Carolina. He's going to turn his ship around. He does not want to go forward. He's like, hell no. I don't need this. I didn't sign up for this. So because he didn't sign up for this, we're going to try the next best thing. We're going to send him some juicy, juicy torpedoes. Some juicy Japanese torpedoes that do tons of damage and are fantastic. So as we disengage, we are hoping that North Carolina is going to maybe soften his angle and come through this gap. I have one more smoke to use. But we're still down on ships, and we lost our aircraft carrier. Notice, all 4 enemy DDs, they bypassed the objectives. They pinched and knocked out my teammate in his aircraft carrier. This isn't looking good. It's really hard to win games when you are down on DD support because they give you spotting. They are unspotted in the effort of spotting, and we get a really healthy torpedo. A+ there. High caliber. And the teammate knocks him out. This enemy Druid is going after my Shima. I am very hesitant to open up because if I open up outside of islands, I could be punished hard, and that would maybe end the life that has been doing so much work. But my Shima, he's gonna go to the bottom, and it's gonna be hard. We unfortunately lose detection, aircraft overhead, and I'm trying to shoot the aircraft, and the Druid sees us, and his rate of fire is ridiculous because he only has forward-facing guns. So the best thing, angle and disengage. And for whatever reason, I was spotted for half a second. There must be someone who is at B, sort of on my flank, that could potentially be spotting me, depending on the island height and something like that. So I was going to pause for a second, and then I was going to move away rapidly, knowing full well that the Druid probably just instantly went back and started sailing right at me. And the aircraft carrier, he's shark circling. There's nothing I can do here. Between the aircraft carrier and the Druid, the mines, we're dead. We're done. I'm just trying to knock out anything that I can. Oh, there's a Shima, low health. Doesn't matter. We don't get the opportunity to engage him. And, yeah, did pretty good work. 3 kills, high caliber. Friendly Kansas is walking into a trap. He's going right into a kill box with the Holland and the mines in torpedo range. He fires off his high explosive on the Holland. Not enough to kill him. So the next best thing, of course, it's going to be torpedoes. Meanwhile, our friendly Linen in the background is free to damage this mines on his broadside. And oh, here comes the Kansas's endgame. It's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 torpedoes right on top of him. And he's taking it in the rear, in the front, in the side. He's getting picked on by everyone. And who's going to get the final blow? The druid, actually. I thought the mines connected there. Friendly Linen, firing, gets a nice citadel, I think, right there. The little splash effect. But he doesn't kill the mines. And he is the only ship. 1 versus 5. They're going to cap C. They've capped B. There's 4 minutes and some change left in this game. I am over here thinking, well, there's no way this can ever be a W. I gave it my all. I'm dead. The druid's still alive. The mines is still alive. All these ships are still alive. And 4 DDs against a battleship, really? Do you have to spell it out for the DDs on how they win this game? And you can see people are bailing. They're like, okay, there's no way. There's no way. Well, we'll see what happens. So we have A. The enemy has B and C. There are a druid, a Holland, a mines that are probably within 10 kilometers of Save Me Tom Cruise. I love the name. Save Me Tom Cruise in his linen is actually spotted. The enemy druid, that's definitely the druid with that rate of fire, is firing on him. And I assume that means that the Shima, or one of the Shimas, is on the north side of the map. So, Save Me Tom Cruise, he's going to try and hide as much as he possibly can. So he turns the ship 180, and he's going to go around this way, hoping that he can, safely survive for another 3 minutes. I mean, 3 minutes. I don't know. Even if he survives for 3 minutes with 2 bases versus 1, I think the enemy team wins. And oh no, he pulls a Notser, like the worst possible moment to pull a Notser. He does call his fighter. His fighter is going to try and spot the immediate area around him. So it's only within like 3 to 5 kilometers that he would actually see the target, because they're cruisers and DDs. They're not battleships. So he's going to be blind no matter what, and he's just honking his horn. I'm sure he's just happy, just hanging out right here. He's like, yeah, there's no reason for me to try and do anything. The problem is, if you don't move, there will probably be torpedoes on your position, because there's 4 enemy ships. And as the game ticks down, it really looks like there's not going to be a way for us to win this game if he doesn't do anything. He's got to try and make a play. Can you believe it? Save Me Tom Cruise has to make a play to try and win this game. Thankfully, he has a lot of help to do it, but if nothing else changes, we lose, most likely. There's just so much time left, and they have 2 bases to 1. And being stuck here actually ends up working out, because they kind of expect him. Oh, look at the mines. Oh, he's so low. I can't believe the linen. Oh, he's taking torps in the rear. Completely ambush. I don't think he expected it at all. I think he's just trying desperately to hide. He's like, oh, he's just trying to stick his head in the sand and act like everything's all right. Nothing else is going to go wrong. But he probably is like, I'm taking too much damage. If I die, it's over, and there's too much time. So I'm going to try and maybe get a kill on the mines in the game. Oh, he's taking so much damage. He fires off high explosive. Who's he going for? He's going for the mines. He just needs 1 shell. Oh, he's going to get plenty of shells. See you later, mines. And oh no, the Shima, point blank. 15 torpedoes, but wait. Look at the gap. Is he going to survive this? Oh, slow down, stop. Oh, it hits him in the nose. Less than 3K. Activate the heal. Oh my god. He's going to survive for less than 10 seconds. Secondaries fire off at the Shima, point blank. His guns are rotating. He fires and he sinks the Shima. He just got 2 kills and he won the game for us. I can't believe Save Me Tom Cruise was able to get this game. 1 versus 5, gets 2 kills and survives the focus fire. Russian bias, very strong with that armor. The game was fantastic. I can't believe that happened. Wow. Wow. Amazing. He sort of bumbled into the perfect opportunity. I think the enemy team underestimated him, and it cost them. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like the video, please like it. If you dislike, dislike. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, we do World of Warship videos. My North American recruit invite is on the screen. You can take advantage of that. I stream at twitch.tv/Notser. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this adventure. I hope you all have a wonderful day.